Okay. Should I invite Silver? Is that fine? Because it's two of us, right? Okay, good. Hello, everyone. So we are in the pick and the ban phase of this game. You can see the bans. Top lane has been heavily targeted for the bans. Gangplank has been banned. Now the question is that Vlad answering the Oriana, or is that a top pick? I think that's a mid pick against Oriana, and we have a top blind pick for Camille.
Hello, Silver.
Hi. Has the game started yet?
Yeah,
the game has started. Are you seeing the stream?
Yeah. I'm just logging on.
Okay, so we have a very solid bot lane in our comp for the red team. We have Barum and Kog'Maw. Brum and Kog'Maw. How do I pronounce that?
Brom and Kog'Maw.
Brum and Kog'Maw.
I think you can read, right? You're literate, right? That's Braum, Brom.
So I was pronouncing it right.
That's an Oriana pick. That's it.
Also, the AC picked by the red team. So. Okay, that's a JS ban from the red team. A top lane is heavily targeted at the moment. I think. I mean, they have already picked Camille, right? So, and they already picked up Valdemir. So mid and top are taken. I don't know what's the point of banning Jace anymore. I mean, or either they're just going for it, you know.
Someone in the comments saying, please pick Mokoi and Kog'Maw.
Mokoi and Kog'Maw. This is for my fans. Mokoi and Kog'Maw.
That's I don't have problem with this thing. Like, it gets more interesting when you say that, right?
Dude, that's okay. That's my pronunciation, dude. Okay, blame it on, as I said earlier, how I was raised. Okay. That's how I pronounce stuff.
Okay, that's a.
Oh, we have a Draven pick. Silver, you must be happy.
He's a Draven, man. He's a pretty good Draven player, man.
Okay, so they should have banned Draven, right? I think they didn't do the scouting properly then. If that guy is a good Draven player, and that is with a Jaina, so.
He's also a good Vayne player. He's also a good Twitch player. So you can't ban everything, right?
Yeah, I mean, they could have banned, and instead of banning the Jace, they could have banned more ADCs, because top and mid were already taken. So that was a bad ban, I'll say.
Yeah, maybe.
What maybe, dude? I'm saying the right thing. You should agree with me.
Okay, yes.
yes, you're right.
Yes, you're right.
Okay. So we have a Rammus pick, after the disaster that earlier Rammus was. We still have a Rammus pick. People don't give up on this turtle easily.
Yeah. That's an easy gem to play, right?
Yeah, you just, roll, you just taunt, you build armor.
Yeah.
I think that because they have a Draven pick, which is, very heavily damage oriented, to shut that guy down, I think that will be the priority, that they can attack the backline. And
there is a Zana to defend the Draven, I guess. Ramos won't be able to go to Draven so easily.
Yeah, true that.
Oh, where's Silver?
Silver, my love, you there?
Nope. He's not in the Discord.
He's not in the Discord?
Nope.
I think he got bored, man. He's
No, I
like,
think he
this
got
is
DC. So what do you think about the 2v2 lane in the bot? Kokmo Brom versus Jana and Draven.
Yeah, Draven can, if if he starts rolling, he'll take the game in his way till the end, right? And Kog'Maw is more of a, this comp should be around protect the Kog'Maw comp.
Yeah.
Everyone is like, Orianna is using the shield to protect him, and these three guys, the three tanks, Brom, McCoy, and Ramus would be like in the front, so that this guy can
Meld.
just start melting the other players. So
Yeah.
it really depends on the starting. If this game goes long, yes, red team is in a good place to
Yeah.
play, but let's see how it goes. Usually, these type of predictions don't matter at all, because once the match starts, everyone forgets that they are whatever elo they are, gold or platinum. They start making bronze plays, and
Bro.
and strategies and everything go out of the room.
Yeah.
So let's see how it goes. I think Zach would be a great, factor in this whole equation. That how well he plays, how well he scales. He has he'll be slow clearing the jungle, slow
Yeah.
as compared to Ramus. And Ramus has more movement speed to roam around and create much stuff. But Jack's at later levels, after 6 or 7, after he has maxed his slingshot,
Yeah.
he can just start making ridiculous plays.
Yeah,
From
he can jump
every
from
direction.
anywhere. You won't be able to know where he's coming from. That's why I know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's a big
warding around
The red
Zach
team
is
will have to
pretty
do a
tough.
lot of deep warding. The red team will have to do a lot of deep warding, but
Yeah, they have to, understand the play of Zach, that how he's playing, and ward according to that. The blind spots where he can come from. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
now the Orianna can use the Maokai engage for her ultimates.
yeah, that should be. McCoy goes to Draven, she ultimates, and
Yes.
but there is Janna disengage, of course. That can.
Zara disengage,
predict
and
this guy.
the Vladimir might just be able to pull away, but the Draven might definitely get caught.
I think Draven needs to scale early so much because
Yes.
Kog'Maw will gonna scale so much better than the Draven in the late game or mid game.
Yeah, a Kog'Maw, because of the range on the W, and once Kog'Maw gets a 6 attack stack on the Rage Blade, the Kog'Maw is going to do a lot of damage. Like
Yeah.
the Kog'Maw is going to start shredding tanks, no matter what the tanky build is.
And I don't think
No amount of armor
Draven can
will be
shred
able
the
to stop the
tanks.
Kog'Maw.
I think that's a limited edition Vladimir skin. Is that only available on Halloween? Is that it, or is it some other skin?
Maybe it's
Maybe.
yes, it's for Halloween.
Maybe Soul Stealer Vladimir skin. Maybe.
So we have an unracked Pingu Jainam.
No, he's
the
a
rest
gold
of the
player, but
anime-
his previous ID is, I don't know what happened to his previous ID. Is it banned or something else?
Okay. I have a really high hopes from Vladimir Pudding, because
Yeah.
yeah, that name strike fears in the heart of people who are
Yeah.
watching this. There's Vladimir Putin and there is Vladimir Putin. So recently, there has been a lot of rage going on in the community about the condition of the top players. That the old champions like Jax and
Yeah.
Darius are not that good anymore because of the builds that are coming out.
No,
And
but that's not true.
But Jax is
When
good
he's
in
gonna say
jungle.
something like-
Jax is good in jungle. As a top laner, the items.
Top laner perhaps not, because if it's against an R pick, the Jax might just get harassed or poked out of
Exactly,
lane.
exactly.
It's gonna lose a
So,
lot of CS in the process, and the scaling will come a lot slower.
yeah, this screen, the game has been paused. I mean, we have seen more of this and less of the matches in the today.
That is
But hey,
true, man.
that's fine. Okay.
Third world internet problem. Third world internet problems.
Yeah, third world internet problem. Hey, but we are trying, man. Okay, it's the thought that counts, right?
Yeah, it's the thought that counts.
Okay. So I hope this starts soon.
So what's your take on the recent developments of the Smurfs we are getting in the comic?
I think they should be heavily punished to refrain from such behavior. If everyone is having trouble, their teammate isn't coming around, they should approach the organizer. They should approach the other team. That is it fine that if our team isn't here, we should substitute it.
Obviously, so you will definitely not participate in it yourself, like, would you?
I wouldn't. I mean, I think that's not my cup
obviously
of tea,
that's what that's one of the most unethical things a person can do, and even as a shoutcaster on top of that.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so the match has started, and I think will we see an invade? I don't think so. Most of the players are moving to their respective lanes.
Yeah, but I really wanted to see a Zoe pick this match. I don't know why, but in the low yellows, nobody really plays Zoe all that much.
Zoe is a relatively new champion, and I think
even if Zoe is a relatively new champion, the potential is absolutely brilliant.
Why didn't you play Zoe Victory in her next game?
See, I think my Zoe is too good for this, Elo at the moment. I don't want the matches to be unfair. Okay. So, I have to sacrifice something.
But let me tell you this: I've actually heard him say this on record today. He actually wants to do a Soraka mid in
there was a time when people used to play Soraka mid, right? It was a season
he was actually confused between Soraka and Teemo. I wanted him to go Teemo, but I don't know what he has towards the Soraka. He actually wants to play Soraka.
Okay, there was a time, when Soraka and Teemo were really, picked in ranked queues. But now, I mean, Teemo has lost.
I played against a Soraka jungle yesterday, and he was just coming and healing the mid laner, and it tilted me. Man, I don't know why. When I goes to go for the all-in, he just comes and heal. Man, that's so tilting.
So people play Karthus, jungle too, so that they can really farm, and they can ult from. They have a blue buff. They can ult easily and go in with their wall.
Karthus, not just Karthus jungle. Recently, one of the most tilting things I've seen is a static shiv Infinity is and Trinity Force Nasus jungle. Like you play, you actually with 100% crit chance, you get one shot by the Nasus. You actually get one shot by that.
Okay, talking about the lanes here, I think every lane is fairly equally matched at the moment. Everyone is trading. We see some actions in the top, but Camille is, easily.
Camille should actually win the top lane matchup. Right now on the early
heal with his passive, right? So I don't think that Camille will be able to bust him down. Yes, I mean if there's a good gank from Zac and she uses her ult properly, right?
Perhaps. Like the ult is absolutely inescapable, right? But there's something that Maokai has. If Maokai is able to knock Camille out of her ultimate, then Maokai will be able to go out of the ultimate.
Yeah, it's about busting him down before he can start, getting that health back with his passive. So you need to have that much damage.
Okay, so Draven has gone mana flow black. It's interesting. You do not see all that Draven.
Yeah. So one of the items that confuses me is that the players that don't have. Okay, so there's all-in. Oh, that was a very risky play from Kog'Maw. That could have easily first blood. And we see a match in top, and I think this is a top blood for Camille. She has been slowed down. McCoy is running away. Will she be able to catch him? Rammus is there in the top. He's making move towards Camille, and I think this is fast blood for Ramus. Yes, yep.
Oh!
Camille would be so frustrated at the moment. This is, that's why you shouldn't chase that far. You should let the people, who are going from your life go away.
So Maokai actually, Maokai baited that really well. Maokai baited that really well.
It's Mokoi, by the way.
Mokoi? Okay, we're sticking with
Yeah, it's Mokoi.
Okay, we see that is like
actually want to stick to Mokoi
for the bot lane because Braum flashes. This is going as predicted. Draven should win this lane pretty easily. And
Draven has the kill pressure with the axes and the Janna shielding and everything. Draven can actually tower drive, and Draven will have a much relatively easier part in the lane than a Kog'Maw and a Braum.
Yeah, mid lane is being shoved by Vlad, and I think he'll just shove this lane and go back. Blue team is looking pretty strong at the moment. I mean, of course, the toppler that is given.
Can you tell me the Keystone Mastery on Draven and Kog'Maw right now? Are any of them going for the precision tree as the primary?
Okay, so the Keystone and Masteries, I think we see them after a particular time because they are not. I think I can't see them at the moment.
Okay, because I don't think the Kog'Maw's running fleet footwork. I don't know. I haven't noticed it yet. If Kog'Maw would have been running fleet footwork, then he would have been able to survive the lane much easily, and the Draven harassment would have mattered all that.
Yeah, so Draven is actually freezing the lane, and he's last hitting properly, and it will be tough for Kog'Maw to farm, but the lane will eventually get pushed, and now it all depends on how well he can farm the turret. Ramus is at bot, so top is
Yeah, Ramus is having a very healthy farming path.
Yeah. If you look at the bots at the moment, you'll see. Oh, there's a in from Kog'Maw. He's going in. Vlad is going in for Draven. I think Draven is going to die here. Yep. And there's Ramus is being really helpful here for his team. That's 2 kills because of him. And
that was very bad reaction time for Draven. You see the ward was there in the brush, but Draven took a very long time to react to it. Janna reacted much faster than Draven did.
So I think this match is, going very even at the moment. Though red team has kills, but blue team has, that lane pressure. It's because of the Ramus who is creating the place. We see a gang in the mid lane, and and Orianna is caught. She ults Vlad down. I think she's going to move away from this, but a good gank. Orianna is already, behind CS compared to Vlad, and this is going to put her, behind more.
Yeah, see, this is the thing. Like, you really can't poke down a Vladimir now, can you? Like, Orianna is very dependent on that poke that she gets with the Q and W. And if she doesn't get that down because of the Vlad healing up again, then Orianna's gonna have a very difficult time.
Yeah, I see now because Vlad is able to push his lane so well. What he should do is, roam around, make his presence noticeable, right? Because Ramus is doing a very good job compared to the blue team jungler, Zach.
Zach. Yeah, Zach was supposed to have much more of a kill threat than a Ramus would, because Zach can...
Okay, we see Vlad going in on Ori. He didn't use his ult on her. I think he didn't have it, but okay, that was some... And Zach goes in. He misses his slingshot. She goes Zonya, and Vlad is trying to burst her down, but that is a kill for Ramus. Ramus is really rolling this game, and I think... because the red team has a late game potential because of their scaling.
Yeah, Vlad held on to his ult because of the Zonya. He was beating the Zonya, and then after the Zonya finished, the Vlad ulted. And the ult proc did not have enough time. The ult did not have enough time to proc because Ramus came and killed Vlad before the ult. The full channeling of the heal back actually happened.
Yeah, and even with the gags that Ramus is creating, he has much more CS than Zach. Zach, yes, as we go further in the match, his presence will be more dominant as compared to Ramus. But at the moment, Ramus is, doing very well.
Yeah, and the most of the kills, if you see, it's actually evenly spread out. Like Maokai has one, Ramus has one, and the Kog'Maw has one. So it's not just invested on a particular single particular person, but it has been spread out quite evenly throughout the whole team.
Yeah, and this will help, the red team because they want their kills to be on their carries like Koma, right? So
Yes.
this is a very good, a start for them.
And
But still,
Draven really in the late game team fights, Draven really needs to be able to catch his axes to do the optimum amount of damage in team fight. But let's say a Maokai engages and knocks back a Draven, and the Draven is not being able to catch his axe. Now that is, and unlike the Kog'Maw, which is like a firing artillery from a particular position, the Draven really needs to move around to catch his axe. Now that might create a huge dent in terms of team fight for the blue.
So we see pings going towards the bot lane. The first Drake that is Infernal. So that's a high priority Drake. I think once Rammus has been spotted by the ward, but they are not moving back. I think they took too long because Zac is here. Zac didn't go in and start a fight. This could have gone in the favor of a blue team if they would have started, but I'm just making stuff up there. It could have been not. And Zac goes in again, and he bring back both of the lane. Beautiful by Janam, she pushes both of them back, and here comes the Rammus. With all the damage that Draven had, he should be able to kill any of them, but this goes out without any kills.
You see, Draven lacks the mana because Draven has been using has not been able to catch most of the axe while leaving. So because of that, he once he needed to prog his Q, and that consumed most of the mana, and prog his W.
Okay. Yep. That makes sense. So that was the lack of the mana that caused that fight to go towards that side, because that was a beautiful ult from Janna. The knockback, so
Janna had a bit. That was a very beautiful knockback.
And Vlad is trying to go in towards the bot lane, but Rammus is there, and I think that's a kill for the Rammus. Kill for, Rammus died and kill for, and that's the Orianna Shockwave, beautifully connected. But Draven is back, and he's throwing these axes beautifully. But they do manage to kill Rammus and what was that name? Yeah, Zac. Sorry. So that's an even trade for both of them. Both of them loses their jungle.
Do one thing. Write it down.
This is going in favor of red team. The kills at the moment, if they are able to trade evenly, that's good for them, because in the late game, it'll be they who are doing much more damage with the Orianna and the Kog'Maw. So blue team really needs to
If you see it, that Orianna has already caught up on CS and actually leading in CS right now.
Yeah, that's how we don't see usually this lane go, and I think Vlad is trying to push under the turret too much.
And with the Moronomicon item, what Orianna will be able to do now is reduce the amount of healing that Vladimir gets from his.
And we see a gang in the top lane. A flash has been already used. This turtle is going to kill the top lane, and yes, this is another kill for the Rammus, who is really seems to be the MVP at the moment for this red team.
There is such a stark contrast between this Rammus and the one we saw yesterday.
Dude, totally. The game 1 victor and the game 2 victor, there was a contrast between them too, right?
Yeah, the game 1 victor was so much better than the second one. I mean, who actually gave himself victory and good.
Okay, man. Okay, totally. So blue team takes the dragon. So that's the saving grace for them.
Okay, Infernal secured. Are you guys at 1305 by 1316, 1318, 1319 right now?
No, we are 20 seconds ahead of you.
Ah, a lot.
Yeah. Okay, so Draven is with the first item completed, that is Infinity Edge. I think he should be really able to do damage, but Braum goes in and Kog'Maw is dealing so much damage to the Jaina, and this is a kill for Jaina. And Ramos makes a play again, and this is another kill for the red team. It's 1-7 score, and I think they should be able to take the turret, bot turret, because Kog'Maw would be dealing so much damage at the moment.
The absolute amount of lane presence that Ramos has is absolutely brilliant when going against someone like a Zac. Like Zac was supposed to win the jungle trade anytime and the ganking trade anytime. Like Ramos was
the top lane,
Camille
ults the McCoy, but McCoy, you know, with his infinite heat, he moves away. He has his okay. We see action on the bot lane, in the bot lane, and we have that Zac Ramos again shining. I think the pings are going to, you know, catch them, and we see a gang in the top lane. And we have a kill on the top lane for the red team. This is 9-1. This isn't going good for the blue team at all.
The game is looking more and more inevitable as going by.
Okay. The pause screen, my old friend. I have come to greet you again.
Okay, let's talk bets.
Dude, betting is illegal, okay?
A summoner has disconnected.
Okay, let's still talk about it. What if, let's talk in hypotheses right now.
Okay. So
what would you say
actually
then? Yeah, no, we are not. What would, let's say if you had to make up, what would you bet on? Who would be the next one to die right after the post?
I think top
if
lane.
You were to bet. If you were to bet, who would you think?
I mean, hypothetically, I'm not betting. If I were to bet, I think it would be top lane, because she isn't getting much of the attention that she deserves, Camille, in the top. Because we have seen Ramos going up there twice or thrice, but we haven't really seen any action from Zac or Vladimir to go up there and help her. She's 0-3.
So you're saying that Zac is going to become active right now? Zac is going to get active right now. Is that it?
I don't think so. I think Camille is going to... I mean, if I had to bet in a hypothetical universe, I'll say it's... unless, Camille is helped properly, it's going to be a tough lane for her.
Okay, so it's gonna be a Camille dead. Okay.
Dude, we can't, say that. Okay, next thing they'll say that, because Shoutcaster said that this match is rigged. Okay.
This match
we have to, stay politically indifferent.
Like that. Yeah, fuck them YouTube comments.
So, we have to show some kind of professionalism here. We have our fan Pathik watching us from the...
Can we start by saying Maokai and not Mokoi? That we can start professionalism from there. I vote.
Dude, that's okay. So, I mean, that's you trying to undermine my culture. Okay, my culture, who made me the way I am and my pronunciation the way I am. You are trying to destroy the diversity that we have in our country.
Dude, you just can't dig your nose in public and say that's your culture. That's just bad, man. Please.
We can't do what?
You can't just dig your nose in public and say that's on your culture. That's just bad, man. Please don't do it.
Okay, so I think that's pretty funny. That's not harming anyone. That's just the purpose of the language is to convey the our emotions, our feelings, what we are trying to think in our mind. I think my language is able to do that. So I don't I think that's okay.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. I do this stuff a lot, try to counter facts with random philosophy. I do that. And the match is back on.
Okay, so finally. Okay, wait, was it? Okay, all right.
So, red team should be moving towards the next objective that they have on the map, that is Rift Herald. And this, we see a very, for the amount of plat and gold players that we have here, the number of wards are very less. I'll say. So vision is something they should work on. If they would have invested in wards, maybe they wouldn't have been ganked by Ramos so much.
Gold is the new shiny bronze. Plat is
gold is the new shiny bronze.
Yep. That is even a shinier version of bronze.
Yeah, gold is a bronze player who can farm really well. That's what I'll say. Okay, so we see a gank on bot.
Okay, so there was a lot of damage from Draven right there. That was a lot of damage.
So Draven is starting to okay, Kog'Maw goes in, but the damage from the Draven is huge. Janna shielded him, but
but nothing happened.
That was a later from Janna, but
1602. I'm at 1602 right.
It's 1616. I switched to YouTube for a second and I forgot that I had to switch back.
Don't ask him such questions. He's gonna blame his culture for it.
Okay, so we see a mid fight in the jungle, and that was a beautiful kill from Draven. He sniped that very well, and so that was 2 kills for the blue team, and this is what they need at the moment for the Draven to make some plays. But that Braum is killing. Okay, dude, what the
And the Draven is dead.
Okay, Draven is dead. Yeah, so Braum is doing pretty good at the moment. So I think what they should do is move the bot lane to the top, switch the lanes, and so that at least their carries can get more CS. It's 18 minutes and Draven is at 116 CS.
I don't know if I should be saying this, but Draven should have gone for a Bloodthirster instead of
Is that so now?
He should have realized that Janna wasn't doing much. He really should have realized that Janna was.
Dude, that's he has his faith in his comrades, his teammates. that's what keeping you at silver, not at that's why I stuck at silver 1, because you don't believe in your teammates.
Obviously, I don't. That's why I play carry. That's why I go Shaco with full carry on because I really don't believe in my team.
Dude, you can't carry the weight of the team on your shoulders, man. You'll get frustrated. You'll start tilting. Okay, you have to believe in
Trust me, I tilt more. Dude, trust me, I tilt more when I play with you than I tilt alone.
Okay, that's a discussion for some other day. We can have that offline.
No, I want the world to know that I have the weight of you on my shoulders most of the time.
Dude, I'm not that heavy. I think it would be I think that would be more
he's
heavier.
Still fine. He's still fine. He plays support roles, not carry roles. Why?
Okay, I think the top lane is going to fall. McCoy has really pushed the lane, but Zac is at the top lane. And we see a gank from the Rammus at mid lane, but Janna pushes him away. And we have a engage on top, but McCoy, I don't think Camille should be able to do much to him.
Yeah, but over there, Janna, I don't think Janna should have really flashed.
But did Camille just flash? Did that happen? Why did? Okay, we see a guide from Zac. I think McCoy is in really trouble. Beautiful ult from Zac, and that's a kill for the blue team. Rammus tries to go in, but he's tanking the turret so hard. Camille, that's a kill from him. He's too tanky at the moment. Turret can't do anything from him. They're trying to go for the Zac. Braum is tanking at the moment. They take the turret down, and that's a kill for the red team. Zac goes down. Yeah, that's a killer Braum.
The Braum assassin.
Yep, that's the new meta, man.
See, dude, the more we're trying to make people realize that this is not rigged, the more those flashes actually make them think that this is rigged.
Yeah, I mean, that flash, I think she panic flashed, or she was
Not just that flash. 2 seconds ago, if you see Janna after using the ultimate to push Rammus away, flashed.
Yeah. So if you see at the scoreboard at the moment, Braum has the best KDA in the red team, 306. So that tells you how good he is. I mean,
carry Braum. SP
carry Braum. Braum for the win.
Braum for the win.
Okay, blue team has, summoned the Herald. They are aiming for the mid turret. That is... Blue team has 2
2 TVs
teams.
better
Oh
than
my
one.
god. Oh my
2 TVs
god.
better than one. They should win.
Okay. How did I ever forget that? Mukoi is trying to go in. He goes into Draven and Oriana ults. That was a beautiful ult. There goes Don Draven. Janna is creating tornadoes, but what are they gonna do, love? And Zack tries to run away, and he dies. Killer Braum, dude. Killer Braum.
Killer Braum, man. Killer Braum. Right there.
Zoning the Janna. Red team is pinging the Baron. They are going for it. Camille is happily farming in the top lane. She is like, okay, at least I need to get my items completed. Okay.
Has Camille, has the top laners even made a single TP by now? I don't think they have.
I think, yeah, I mean...
I don't think Maokai needed it, but I'm seriously doubting Camille not needing it. Camille needing the TP there.
Yeah, they must be flaming the poor guy, that, you're not doing anything, you have the worst KD in the game. Yeah, that's how, that's how
all
it
the
goes
Galis
usually.
in Hindi and all the Galis in Hindi and Bengali and everything.
Yeah. How different are Galis in Hindi and Bengali? Are they more or less same, or are they different?
Some are more or less same.
Again, dude.
What will you say if I had to insult someone? What?
I'll blame culture. If you had to insult someone, I'll blame culture. I'm telling you, man, I'm gonna blame culture for everything.
No, it's gonna be like, if you can play good, it's gonna just blame on the culture.
Yeah. No, it's not about the culture can't blame for everything. You have to blame how you were raised and the society and capitalism. You have so much to blame, man.
See, this is why I take a better path and I blame my team.
So the red team has Baron buff at the moment, and bot lane is pushing pretty good. They are, the Killer Braum is going towards Baron, and Rammus is going for the Baron. Yep, the taunt connects. 1, 2, 3, die. Okay, yes. That's the kill for the Kog'Maw. And the top bot turret is down.
Go for the... Oh, that Kog'Maw damage is so disgusting.
Yep. And the bot turret is going to fall. They are going to at least take an inhibitor. McCoy is pushing at the top. There is no answer. There's a beautiful jump from Zack. He brings back the Braum, but that's... Okay, Kog'Maw takes out one.
Now, if you notice something very interesting, Zack has a 100% jump accuracy.
Yeah, Zack is, playing good, but the point is that,
Yeah, he just got a 1 out of 1.
Just much better, and Kog'Maw at the moment is unstoppable. That was a triple kill for the Kog'Maw, and I think this will be the game for them because all the blue team has is their top laner, and
red team just
she
pinging
isn't going
Oriana.
to do much. Yeah. Okay, so the game has been paused. Blue team is trying to stay in this match for as long as possible by using the pause button.
Okay, so Vlad is not being able to go on the back line, Vlad is not being able to do much, and Vlad DC.
Yeah.
And had to reconnect.
He's reconnecting the battle ping.
And just one more thing which is very interesting. Every time Rammus ganked, Draven could have eaten the Ram.
Yeah,
this is something I wanted to point out.
Okay, the match starts again. A beautiful from Oriana, and this is, just another thing for Camille. She dies again. I think this is game for Team Blue. They are not pushing. Team Red is not pushing for inhibs. They're going to go back, and
I think Red team is gonna go for more kills now.
Red team is like, let's make our KDA better.
Yeah, let's make our KDA better. There is still fear in the hearts of their future opponent.
Yeah, but it happens. The more you stall the game, the more you give the opponent team a chance to come back, because every single mistake can be capitalized on, and returns can be made.
Yeah, so are you telling me something that the red team wants something like that, or the red team doesn't want something like that?
I think, to be honest, I think this is, red team, I think, wants to have, a fair game, they want to give them an opportunity to come back, you know,
So
for their
are you telling me
fellow
that it was?
players.
Are you telling me that it was all rigged and it wasn't a fair game to begin with? Now it's slowly
It was a
realizing
fair
that
game
it
to
should have
begin
been.
with, but, sometimes people mistake, how life is. But,
Dude, you're
and,
definitely dude, you're definitely undoing what we have tried to set out in the first 5 minutes of the match.
Okay, Ravas goes in for the Draven and he tries to 1v2, but that's not going to happen. He has to flash away, and even his Throne Mail and the combination of the damage that he was reflecting back is good. Very good ult from Zac, but that's not going to help much. Camille goes in, try to hold on the back line, but that is all in vain.
And
I
here
think,
comes Oriana to this case.
yeah, so that team has scaled to a point where blue team can't do anything. I think this game could have gone a lot better if they would have worded better. See where Ramos is going.
Oh my god,
And
the Ramos damage.
yeah, your Draven is doing pretty good damage at the moment, but the team is so tanky. The two and
Even should
another
have
kill
won for
for
at least
Rango.
one life steal item.
That is the third inhib, second inhib that's going to go down. The middle inhib is still standing. And I think that's going to be game for the blue team. Red team is pushing hard, and with the Kog'Maw, they should be able to take these turrets unless a very beautiful tornado from Janna. Okay, that's it's a small thing that matters.
This is GG.
This is GG. I think they are trolling around at the no. I mean they're pretty low at the moment, but McCoy is pretty tanky. He's tanking the turrets at the moment, but and Kog'Maw is dealing so much damage from the backside. This is going to be game for the blue team. The last turret stands, but it's going to fall pretty soon. Vlad goes in with a flash and tries to make a heroic flame, and he gets double kill. Is this going to save them? No, he dies pretty soon, and this is going to be GG. Beautiful pose from Oriana with her, and this is good game. I think blue team had their chance in the early game, but they lost their advantage when Ramos started to
Oriana even goes Super Saiyan by the end of everything.
Yeah,
so GG around the boards, man.
Yep.
I think Braum played so well, helping the Kog'Maw to scale.
Yeah, the Braum peel and the passive prog and the Kog'Maw W, that did a lot. That absolutely did a lot. That actually won most of the fights in the bot lane, along with the Ramos camp.
So that was VIP versus Eden Dwellers, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for sticking with us. Hearing my beautiful pronunciation. Thank you for that.
and if you think we are bad casters, we really don't give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'd give a shit. He doesn't. Okay.
Yeah,
so see you later. Good night, and see you again. When we want to. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.